Have you ever wondered how a seemingly small decision could completely change your life? Today, let's dive into some valuable lessons from common mistakes, so you can steer your life with a clear heart and fearless spirit. Mistake number 1, lending money to a gambler, an all too common trap born from blind compassion. Compassion is one of the most beautiful human emotions. It urges us to reach out to help those drowning in hardship. But beware, compassion is a double-edged sword. Sometimes kindness can lead us down painful paths. One of the deadliest pitfalls of compassion is lending money to a gambler. It's not just a simple gesture, it's a choice that can cost you money, peace of mind, and even your self-respect. Imagine a close friend or family member approaches you, eyes filled with tears, voice trembling. They tell tales of mounting debts and dark days, swearing that just one small loan will set them straight again. Your heart aches with empathy. You believe this time you'll be their lifeline, their hero. But here's the harsh reality. You're stepping into a game rigged against you. Gamblers live in a haze of false hopes, empty promises, and the delusion that one last time everything will change. Giving them money doesn't rescue them. It fuels the fire devouring their life. No matter how much you lend, it will never be enough. Tomorrow they'll return with a sadder story, sincere apologies, and an even bigger loan request. Gambling has no finish line, and high-minded compassion can't stop the spiral. When you lend to a gambler, you lose more than cash. You lose trust, peace, and emotional safety. Think about the sweat and sleepless nights it took you to earn that money. Giving it away to someone who doesn't appreciate it is more than a material loss. It traps you spiritually. You're caught in a cycle of waiting and disappointment. Promises to repay dissolve into empty words, and sometimes the gambler even resents you. Picture this: from being a trusted friend, you suddenly become a debt collector in their eyes. Years of connection can shatter from one unwise decision. You face sleepless nights, tormenting yourself over your own foolishness. Worse yet, you might become an indirect victim of gambling, not because you've gambled, but because blind compassion led you astray. As the old saying goes, you can't save someone who doesn't want to save themselves. It's a tough truth, but a vital one. Gamblers can only break free when they truly want to change. Throwing money at the problem won't fix it. It just deepens their addiction. Your role is not to bankroll their habit. It's to ignite hope, to point them toward the right path. Be strong enough to say no to their pleas. This isn't cruelty. It's protection for both them and you. Remember, helping isn't about sacrificing yourself. Your kindness is precious, but it must be given wisely to the right people in the right way. Don't let blind compassion make you a victim. Life is a series of choices, each with lessons attached. Lending to gamblers is a trap many have fallen into. What matters is the lesson you take away. Let your compassion empower you. It's strength, not weakness. Learn to love yourself enough to say no when needed. Love others enough to guide them toward the right path, rather than enabling their mistakes. As another ancient saying goes, mistakes once made are lessons, mistakes repeated are folly. Don't let your kindness become the snare dragging you into loss. Live wisely, so every act of kindness also reflects clarity and judgment. On life's journey, compassion is a guiding light. Yet without care, it can become a flame consuming everything. Don't let blind kindness push you into mistakes like lending to gamblers. Respect the money you earn. Cherish the clarity of mind you build, and honor your own value. Helping is noble, but only when done right. Let your kindness be the light that guides, not the fuel feeding the vicious cycle of gambling. Live with awareness. Love wisely, and find happiness in every choice you make. Mistake number 2, hiring acquaintances out of obligation, a trap forged by a sense of courtesy. In life, family bonds and kindness are precious threads that connect us through thick and thin. We often want to help friends or relatives, not just to share, but to strengthen relationships. However, mixing kindness with business, especially hiring someone familiar, can be a double-edged sword. The desire to save money and support loved ones sometimes leads to unwanted consequences. Poor work quality, delays, uncomfortable feedback, and worst of all, rifts in relationships that may never heal. Let's imagine you need to renovate your home, craft new furniture, or build a small project. You think, why not ask a close friend or relative? It'll be cheaper and easier to communicate, right? Sounds reasonable. You envision a perfect scenario, job done to your liking, costs saved, and deepened bonds with the person you know. But reality often writes a very different story. When you hire someone you know, you enter a gray zone where the line between business and personal ties blurs. Initially, everything might run smoothly. Your acquaintance promises quality work. You trust them because you know them. Then problems surface. A wall painted unevenly, furniture that doesn't match the design, or interminable delays. You want to complain, request fixes, but hesitate. What if they take offense? They're family or friends. You don't want to cause hurt feelings, so you swallow discomfort, accept subpar results, or end up paying extra money with a heavy heart. The fallout isn't just about money or poor work. It intrudes into treasured relationships. When the job falls short, silent frustrations build. You might feel betrayed, having misplaced your trust, while they could feel hurt by your criticism. Soon, once warm conversations turn cold. Friendly handshakes become icy stares. A small crack in affection broadens, turning friends into strangers and family into adversaries. The old saying goes, clear money, definite love. Mixing feelings with business can cost you not only money and time, but also precious relationships. Your tendency to avoid conflict, even when born from kindness, can become a sharp blade, cutting both ties and respect. You might later ask yourself, why didn't I hire professionals from the start? Why let goodwill cloud my judgment? If you truly want to help someone you know, do it differently. Introduce them to suitable opportunities, support them in hardships, or share experience for their personal growth. But regarding your own business, choose the best professional person, regardless of familiarity. A skilled expert delivers quality results while saving you unnecessary headaches. As old wisdom warns, courtesy is a double-edged sword. Don't let kindness or shyness cost you money, time, and relationships. Learn to say no when needed, not because you lack kindness, but because you honor the value of work and relationships. Hiring acquaintances is a mistake many have made, but the key is learning from it. Let your kindness be strength, not a veil over your reason. Cherish relationships, but don't allow emotions to cloud professionalism. A wise decision today can spare you future regrets. Wisdom isn't about coldness or selfishness. It's learning how to love properly, help the right people, and protect yourself. Set clear boundaries between business and feelings to protect both quality work and valuable relationships. Kindness and kinship light our paths, but beware, if unguarded, they can become burdens weighing you down. Don't let the desire to help acquaintances trap you into bad decisions like hiring them without ensuring professionalism. Value the effort you invest, the relationships you build, and your own worth. Helping is noble, but only when done right. Mistake number 3, going into partnership with loved ones when money tests relationships. Trust in family and friends warms our hearts and builds strong bonds. We often think working together with loved ones will be smooth, grounded in existing trust, but reality can be harsh. Forming business partnerships with family or close friends without transparency is a path to conflicts blame games and loss, not just of money, but also of trust. What feels like an opportunity to grow together often carries hard lessons about clarity, professionalism, and protecting both assets and relationships. Picture sitting down with a close friend or sibling, eyes bright with excitement over a promising business idea. You believe love and understanding will overcome all obstacles. You invest money, passion, and dreams into the project, trusting fairness and goodwill. But business isn't a fairy tale. At first, everything seems fine. You divide tasks, share profits, imagine success. Then issues arise. Who's contributing more? Who deserves a bigger share? One side feels underappreciated despite hard work. The other believes they've sacrificed just as much. If success comes, quiet jealousy may surface. If failure strikes, finger-pointing becomes inevitable. Accusations fly. Doubt and debt pile up, turning close ties into resentment, friends into foes. The root cause? Lack of transparency and clear agreements. The old adage says, those who love intensely can hurt intensely. Family and friends often suffer the deepest wounds when money clouds judgment. One careless word, one unaligned decision, or just a hint of suspicion can shatter years of closeness. You might lose not only your investment, but also the partner who once shared your joys and sorrows. The lack of clear contracts sparks all problems. Entering a partnership without defined contributions, responsibilities, and dispute resolutions means putting fragile trust on shaky ground, and goodwill, no matter how genuine, can falter under personal interests. Without clear rules, conflicts arise, and fair solutions become elusive. You might feel trapped, continue working unhappily, or break ties at the cost of friendship and money. If you choose to go into business with family or friends, ensure everything is documented clearly from the start. A detailed contract outlining capital input, duties, benefits, and dispute processes isn't distrust. It's safeguarding both parties. Sometimes working solo is harder but offers freedom and safety. Owning your success or failure means no blame games or disputes. If you want to collaborate, pick partners based on skill and fit, not just friendship. A good friend isn't always a good business partner. Value your relationships, but don't let affection blur your vision. A wise choice today can save you from tomorrow's regrets. Living smart doesn't mean being suspicious or cold. It means loving wisely, placing trust well, and protecting both your dreams and bonds. Don't let shared ambitions ruin your peace. Cherish your investments, nurture your relationships, and honor yourself. Partnership is beautiful, but only when built on clarity and professionalism. Let love empower, not entangle you in loss. Live alert, choose trust wisely, and find peace in every step of your business and life journey. Mistake number 4, working for an unethical boss when money comes at the cost of your conscience. In our pursuit of a livelihood, a job isn't just a way to earn. It's where we assert our worth, build honor, and live in harmony with our conscience. But not every workplace honors these values. Working for a boss without ethics is a mistake that can drag you into wrongdoing, stain your reputation, and make you lose yourself. What seems like just a paycheck might pull you into a vicious cycle of compromise, regret, and loss. Imagine landing a job with an attractive salary, promising the financial stability you crave. Your new boss seems friendly, ambitious, and generous. You think all you need is to work well and get paid. But then red flags appear. You're asked to do things that make you uneasy, hide facts from clients, manipulate data, even break laws. Your heart signals alarm, but fear of losing your job, financial pressure, or temptation of money hold you back. Working for an unethical boss is stepping into darkness where right and wrong blur. You may think you're only an employee following orders, not responsible for outcomes. But the harsh truth is, every action you take under their direction touches your honor and values. You become part of their wrongful machine, whether you want to or not. Old wisdom says, stay near ink and you'll get stained. Near light, you'll shine. Working for an unethical boss is like dunking yourself in ink, gradually blackening your reputation and conscience. The consequences don't end with fleeting discomfort. By supporting wrongful acts, even inadvertently, you become complicit in deception, injustice, and perhaps crime. And when the truth emerges, as it always does, you might be blamed first. Unethical bosses are masters at dodging repercussions, shifting blame, and as their employee, you become the scapegoat. Toxic workplaces erode your spirit. Each day pits you against your conscience, suppressing your inner voice in anxiety. Over time, you may become numb, lose sensitivity to right and wrong, potentially justifying misdeeds to ease your mind. Yet deep down, you know that honor, self-respect, and inner peace are priceless treasures money can't buy. Listen to your inner voice. If a job unsettles you even a little, consider it your conscience warning you. Don't let money or convenience dull your instincts. Old sayings teach money may be earned again, but honor once lost is hard to regain. A good job does more than pay. It nurtures growth, aligns with your principles, and fills you with pride. If you find yourself working for an unethical boss, don't hesitate to change. Leaving a toxic environment isn't failure, it's a victory for courage and self-worth. Believe that a workplace aligned with your values exists, where you can both earn and live true to yourself. Respect your efforts, honor your heart's voice, and cherish who you are. A job isn't just how you make money, it's how you live and leave your mark on the world. Living wisely doesn't mean chasing short-term gains or compromising morals. It means choosing the right paths. Even when tough, to guard your worth. A good boss doesn't just pay, it inspires you to be your best self. Mistake number 5, marrying without love when marriage becomes an emotional prison. To many, marriage is a sacred milestone, a promise of a journey full of love and sharing. It's where two souls blend to build a fulfilling life. But what happens when love is absent? When you marry because of social pressure, family wishes, or fear of age, marriage ceases to be happiness. It becomes an emotional cage, trapping you in misery, exhaustion, and regret. Marrying without love is a mistake that can shape your whole life. It's a profound lesson and a warning. Marry for love and harmony. That's the only foundation for a lasting life together. Imagine being near 30, with family, friends, even colleagues repeatedly asking, "When will you marry?" Society seems to impose an invisible deadline, time to settle down. You meet someone who doesn't make your heart race, but is stable, kind, and family approved. You tell yourself, "Just marry now, love will come later, things will be fine." With that hope, you walk down the aisle, expecting time will fill the emotional gaps. But marriage isn't magic. Without love, every day together feels like a challenge. Small conflicts, careless words, incompatible habits grow heavier. When no love is a bridge, understanding and empathy nearly vanish. You may live under one roof, but your hearts inhabit two separate worlds. Smiles become forced, conversations scarce, loneliness creeps in despite company. What once should have been refuge becomes a cage, joy smothered by duty and obligation. The cost of marrying without love isn't just tired days. It's trading happiness, freedom, and sometimes your very self. Old wisdom says, choosing a spouse is like casting a bell. Select the right gold. Marriage isn't only a bond between two people, but a harmony of souls, personalities, and life visions. Without love, everything loses meaning. You might maintain a marriage for children, family honor, or fear of divorce stigma. But deep down, you know you live unfulfilled. If lucky, you may exit via divorce, though not without scar. If not, you may suffer a lifetime, wearing a fake smile while your heart breaks. Children growing up in loveless homes feel the coldness, arguments, and distance between parents. A loveless marriage wounds not only you, but those around you. Marrying out of social or family pressure betrays yourself. You deserve to be loved, to live with someone who makes you happy, and to freely choose your path. Ignoring outside expectations is reclaiming control over your life and your chance to find true love. Be strong to say no to family and societal pressures. Marriage is not a task to tick off or to please others. It's a sacred decision that shapes your life. If you haven't found the right person, be patient. If you're not ready, have courage to wait. Life is too short to live with someone you don't love, and too precious to trade happiness for unreasonable expectations. Mistake number 6, living without principles, when you let others steer the ship of your life. Each of us is a ship, sailing waves of choices and decisions. But what happens when you don't steer? When you let others chart your course? Living without principles, without conviction, chasing everyone's opinions is a mistake that leads you astray, lost and full of regret. Your life becomes a painting others create, your voice drowned in countless advices. The lesson of lacking principles is a profound wake-up call. Train independent thinking. Own your decisions. Only by mastering your life do you truly live a life worth living. You face a crucial crossroads, choosing a major, deciding a job, or building a relationship. You're confused, uncertain of the right path. Instead of listening to your heart or analyzing the situation, you ask everyone's opinion. Then, as you follow that path, you feel hollow, alienated, as if living someone else's life, not your own. Living without principles is leaving your ship adrift, pushed by every passing wind. You hear countless voices, trying to please all, but in the end please none, especially yourself. An old saying notes, carving scenery keeps the road. 100 people, 100 views. Without your own stance, others define who you are, what you want, and where you should go. The result is a directionless life, wandering in regret, wondering why you didn't decide for yourself. The consequences aren't just lost direction. They cost your freedom, confidence, and chances to become the best version of yourself. When you let others lead, you surrender your life's control. Every wrong decision, even if from others' advice, leaves marks in your soul. You can blame this or that person, but deep down, you know you lacked courage to heed your own inner voice. Fear of criticism and failure makes you pick safety, following the crowd. But safety isn't happiness. A job chosen because everyone says it's good might bore you every day. A relationship maintained for family's sake may imprison you in unhappiness. Your life becomes a string of what-ifs, wishing you had dared to stand, choose, and take responsibility. Lacking principles makes it hard to earn others' respect. Those without conviction are seen as lacking character and courage. Start by understanding yourself. What do you want? What brings you joy? What values won't you compromise? With a clear inner compass, you won't be swayed by others' winds. Accept that mistakes are part of life. Fear of failure is why many avoid deciding. But failure isn't an enemy, it's a teacher. Each misstep teaches you anew and makes you stronger. More importantly, when you own your choices, there's no room for blame or regret. You know whatever happens, it was your choice and you lived authentically. Your life is yours, no one else can live it for you. Cherish your right to decide, to fail, and to grow from your experiences. A person with principles isn't always right, but dares to choose, act, and stand up after every fall. Life is a journey of self-discovery. Principles are the light guiding it. Living without them is a costly lesson on independent thinking and courage. Respect your heart's voice, your right to own your life and yourself. A life worth living isn't about pleasing everyone, but about being truly you, with choices reflecting your soul. Living wisely doesn't mean avoiding risks or following the herd. It means learning to stand firm amid storms. Listen to yourself and walk confidently. Let independent thinking be your banner, So every decision lays another brick for your dream life. Your life is a ship, and you alone are the captain. Don't let others' opinions drift you away. Don't let fear of mistakes make you let go. Living without principles leads to regret, but living with independent thought is how you find freedom, meaning, and pride. Dare to choose, dare to fail, and dare to be responsible. Life's too short to live by others' script and too precious not to belong to yourself. Live boldly, decide with heart, and you'll discover a journey not only worth living, but unforgettable. Thank you for listening. If you found this video valuable, please like to support the channel and subscribe so you won't miss upcoming videos.